Greetings YouTube and welcome back to another vlog. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm not doing too bad myself. So yeah, I just thought I'd just do a random vlog today. Unprepared, but I don't know why. I just wanted to do a vlog today. That's why I'm here. If you didn't want me to be here, then bad luck, because I am here, whether you like it or not. So yeah, I've not bought any pickups. And the reason for this is I've seen stuff, but unfortunately, I've seen items at the prices where I'm not particularly happy with. Some stuff's a bit too expensive, or then then there's items where, let's be honest with you, let's be honest with you, I'm not gonna win any of those bids. You get like, you're thinking I'll do well, then someone like outbids you at the last second or that. But saying that, we've all done it. We've all outbidded someone in the last second. It's horrible when it happens to you, but when you do it to them, you can't help but laugh. But you still feel a little bit guilty, but it is what it is. So yeah, no pickups this time. But just because there haven't been any pickups doesn't mean I haven't got anything to talk about. Because like I say, I always have stuff to talk about. The most random, the most stupid, whatever, it's stuff. It comes out my mouth. Even if it sounds like I'm talking a load of bollocks, and most likely I am, but you know me by now, and I know you by now, especially the people who comment. I may not get as many comments as I used to, because YouTube hates smaller channels. They'd rather you go and follow the clickbait wank, yeah, the regurgitated nonsense, which I'm sick to fucking tears of. And I don't know, a lot of these big YouTubers, or a lot of these wannabe big YouTubers, I notice they're copying or trying to copy the mannerisms of the big YouTubers instead of just being yourself. How fucking hard is it just to be normal? Oh no, but we got to get the clicks and views and all that lot. And we got to have the horrible fucking looking broccoli haircut. But like, you shave it all shave it at the sides and then have it like fucking scraggly and everything. Oh yeah, yeah, and you have to look like I don't know, you have to look like a failed 1980s band that never got a record label. So that's it. And it's certain videos on YouTube just do my absolute head in. It's just certain titles that just make me not want to go on YouTube anymore. But here I'm still here. But you have like titles on videos yeah, you will not believe what I bought, and it's all in like capital letters. Look at this awesome car I bought. Or oh, video games that you may have never heard of, even though most of the fucking video games you have heard of. And then you have ones with a title saying like, oh yeah, we have hidden gems, where most of those games are not hidden gems. Some of those games were popular as fuck over here in the UK. May not be as popular in like other places like America or Japan. But it does my head in when people say hidden gem, where most of the time it's not hidden. You still see some of those games in charity shops. So it's not hidden if you can fucking see it. I'd like to know what drugs these people are on. Oh, but it gets views and clicks. Yeah, I know. I remember some person was doing like, I know a while ago, some person was doing like, I can't figure the name. Not that it fucking matters. I know they were doing like hidden gem games. And one of the games they mentioned was The Last Ninja for the Commodore 64. How is that a hidden title when that is one of the best-selling games for that fucking that computer? It's one of the best-selling games for that computer. And yeah, some people say, oh yeah, a game you've never heard of called Shadow of the Beast. Everyone's heard of that game. Or at least whether you've played it or not. Everyone's experience is different. But that, again, one of the best selling games of all time for the Commodore Amiga. Oh, I've never heard of fucking Ridge Racer Type 4, even though that game got a fucking platinum release over here. And it's one of the best selling racing games of all time for the PlayStation. It does my bloody head in. How can it be hidden if you see it in lots of places? I fucking hate it. There's some games that people don't talk about, but apparently, oh yeah, it's not a hidden gem. What the fuck is going on with these people? I have no bloody idea. They'll do anything for clicks and views. They're doing it for the money and to try and grift off of others, which I don't know, it just makes me sick to my stomach. And yeah, as I say, I could go into a rant about that all day. Honestly, I could. I'd be here all week. But as I say, people just talk about stuff like that just non-stop. And I don't want to become a hypocrite or anything like that, though. I probably am, so if I am, I hold my hands up and say, look, I'm sorry, I don't mean to. But I'll be honest with you, people like that need to be called out because, like I say, if you don't say anything, you just sit there silent, then these arseholes will just keep getting away with it. Yeah, I know. It's not like other people like that won't do it. So it's like you have to be like a bloody an armchair detective. You have to like, well, I mean, you shouldn't have to, but sometimes if no one's gonna do it, then what's the fucking point? You pretty, if you're not doing anything, you're pretty much encouraging them to do it more. Yeah, you get the picture. But yeah, just clickbait titles all the time on YouTube. Oh yeah, it gets worse. Yeah, they have like titles like it gets worse, it gets even better. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it certainly is getting worse, so that's for sure. Oh yeah, oh you gotta be all squeaky clean. You gotta appease all the unicorns or whatever fucking pronouns you want to call yourself. Yeah, the rainbow mob. Yeah, it. I know it was like that last year when bloody Arsenal fans wanted Tottenham to beat Man City to help them win the title. No, a true Arsenal fan won't do that. But like I say, if you want Tottenham to do you a favour, go and support fucking Tottenham. Don't. If you supposedly hate Tottenham, why then try and praise him? Just fucking. You might just come together and then call yourself North London United or something like that, or North London together. North London's forever, guys. Yeah, North London forever, whatever the weather. Yeah, I'll invite you over to my fucking birthday party, and I'll do the same if you want me to come over to your place. We'll do that, and we'll give each other a fucking hand job. Yeah, these people are just fucking weird. I'm weird, but I don't go by them they, them fucking pronouns. I just go by, well, I'm a man. But there's some people just be like, are you sure? You could be a woman, you could be pregnant. Well, I'm neither one of those. Yeah, I'm neither one of those. But yeah. Yeah, I know a cheeky little McDonald's for my dinner. Yeah, double cheeseburger and chips. But I don't. It's not often that I eat something like that because this week I've been pretty good with my eating habits. Well, for the most part. I mean, there's some days where I do lapse, but it happens to the best of everyone. Let's have it right. It happens to the best of everyone. Happens to the best of us. So, yeah, I don't know why I was just talking about what I had for my dinner. But you know what, me, I'm the sort of person, I don't know why, I prefer to have a big dinner and then for a tea, or, well, us Northerners call it tea. It's dinner down south. Yeah, for our tea, probably something like, I don't know, a sandwich or whatever, a sandwich of some sort, or a soup, or what else? I don't know. Yeah, probably something like that. Probably something light because I don't know. I'm actually quite full, which is actually surprising because usually when you eat some McDonald's, you feel hungry after eating it. If anything, you probably, excuse me, got a bit trapped windy pops. Usually when you eat a McDonald's, sometimes you still feel hungry after eating it. Sometimes you probably feel more hungry after eating it than you did previously before eating it. So yeah. But don't worry. I don't identify myself as a Big Mac or a quarter pounder or a double cheeseburger. I you know. But as I say, we're just living in a crazy world. But yeah, I've just had enough of certain things on YouTube. But I tell you what pisses me off even more, and Maymeister mentioned this on his Friday Waffle. The abundance of AI related like videos and photos is getting to the point where I agree with him. Sometimes you can't tell if something is legitimate or it's created by AI. It shouldn't be like that. I mean, AI when it's done correctly, when you use it to like treat like medical problems, health issues, your illnesses like cancers and like I don't know diabetes or something like that. When it's used like that, I'm all for it, and that's what it should be. It should be used for the right thing, but then you get dickheads who are using it for the wrong reasons, and I've just had enough of it. It's getting to the point where they'd rather you use AI for work rather than using your fucking noggin and using your hands, using your legs, using whatever part of your body. And I don't mean anything else unless you work as an escort. But you get the point. I'm just sick and tired of this, AI that, AI everything else. And although I'm just sick and tired of it getting recommended in my YouTube feed, you know. I'm only interested in the stuff like my like me retro games, even though the word retro is overused and it's starting to get a bit misused. Yeah, some people are now considering like Xbox 360 as retro. To me, I don't think it is, if I'm being honest with you. Anything, what I consider retro is anything, well, anything before PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox era. I mean, stuff like PlayStation 1, I'd consider that retro. Yeah, stuff like PlayStation 1, Saturn, Nintendo 64. Then you have the 16 bits like the Amiga, obviously, the SNES, Sega Mega Drive, the 8 bits, NES, Master System, Commodore 64, Spectrum, whatever. And you get the point, even though I've probably said that a thousand times. So some of you probably got a counter and you're probably drinking yourself every time I say certain expressions. I mean, I would not advise doing such thing because, like I say, you may end up in A&E, or at least or in a lot of pain the next morning. So you have to take cocodamols or whatever painkillers you need to make yourself better. But I know it's just certain things on YouTube. It's just absolutely annoying me. And I tell you what's annoying though. Live streams. And I'm gonna be honest with you. How hard is it to use basic grammar? If I'm being honest with you, basic grammar. We're not talking about people who are dyslexic. I understand that because, like I say, there's some people who genuinely are dyslexic, but you get these people who they're not, and then you get these certain people they could spell certain words correctly. Like it's like these big 13-letter words, 14-letter ones that you won't use, yet they use the wrong your. And I tell you what, you know what? Just give me a moment. I've got a pen and paper. I'll tell you what grammar mistakes I see all the time, and it absolutely winds me up. I mean, the one that annoys me the most. I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's the The wrong your annoys me. Yeah. Yeah, where they use Y-O-U-R instead of Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. If you can't use an apostrophe, just put U-R. It's not that difficult, is it? But apparently it is. But the one that fucks me off the most, and like I say, I mean, I don't know. It's when people use this. Yeah, this grammar mistake pisses me off, and that is could of. There's no such fucking thing as could of. It's could have. It's could have. How fucking hard is that? It's could have or could apostrophe VE. Yeah, but could have, would have, should have. What the hell is this? What the fuck are they teaching kids in school these days? Oh yeah, it's over them to teach them about pronouns like unicorns, rainbows, and what other stuff? Dude, what other bloody pronouns they go by? I don't know. Fucking deodorant. Yeah, deodorant. They go by cup. They could call themselves, I don't know, a fucking pen. Probably don't even know how to use a fucking pen these days, to be honest with you. Yeah, they'd rather be teaching kids crap like that than basic English. It's like, oh yeah, what's the fucking point of going to school then? Yeah, you should have just I don't know. Should just stayed at home. But just basic grammar like that. I don't mind like mistake. I don't mind if people try, but we're talking about people who don't fucking try. So it's those people, fuck off. Now I'm like, no, okay, it's a bit harsh, but you know what I mean. I just get so aggravated sometimes when it's just the basic. It's the most basic of English, and you balls it up. Yeah, you can spell fucking words like discombobulated perfectly. Or supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though they sound a bit something kind of atrocious. Yeah, how fucking hard is that? It makes no sense. I don't know. I just see it all the time in streams. Yeah, it's because of predictive text. Predictive text is shit, and because of that, I keep making mistakes. That's why when I go on the stream, more often than not, I'd rather use my computer because when I'm typing on my keyboard, I can see what fucking letters I'm typing and I don't have to use predictive text. Well, I mean, what I was meant to say is I prefer to use keyboard because I know I won't be using predictive text by accident, and then you start fat thumbing. That can't be helped. That can't be helped. But when it's basic grammar like that, and if you're using the keyboard, I mean, just give your head a shake. Yeah, I know. I just losing the plot. I mean, I don't mean to rant these videos, but I'm a very passionate person, and I like to, as I say, I like to speak my mind. I mean, I'm happy if people may disagree with what I say. That's fine. I move on. Oh, so I've got better. Oh, got to try and calm myself down a bit. Otherwise, I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. So yeah, we'll talk about the football. We might as well do that. So yeah. I'm going to talk about Arsenal, and I usually never do that. But Arsenal are in the Champions League semi-final for the first time since 2009. Yeah, and fucking hell, what a surprise. In the first leg, Arsenal absolutely destroyed Real Madrid 3-0 with probably two of the best free kicks I think I've seen in many, and I mean many years. And I know Arteta usually makes Martin Odegaard the free kick taker, and he can't do free kicks for shit. And then like And then Declan Rice stood his first free kick. Wow! Oh my god, it was like David Beckham-esque. The fucking bend on that. And then the second free kick he took in the same game was even fucking better. And I was like, whoa. I was just stunned. I was absolutely gobsmacked. I was like, where do you see free kicks like this? You don't see many of them of that caliber these days. You don't see many of those. Yeah, I remember when free kicks like those were like the norm back in like the early 2000s. I mean, you had David Beckham doing it. Roberto Carlos, yeah, another great for Real Madrid back in the day. And then obviously you had like later on like Cristiano Ronaldo, if he's still doing it, even though he's now playing in Saudi Arabia. But fair enough, he's still doing stuff like that at 40. But those free kicks, wow. I had to watch. I watched the highlights of that game over and over again just to see the free kicks. I'm a Liverpool fan, but I've got to give credit where credit is due. And I'm trying to think who scored the third goal in the first leg. I think it might have been Timber. I'm not sure. And then the second leg, Arsenal won that one 2-1 in Madrid. I thought, you know what? I thought Real Madrid were going to come back. They usually do. I predicted them to win. Whether they go through on aggregate or not, I don't know. Arsenal end up beating them. And honestly, it could have been a hell of a lot more. Madrid just looked, how can I put it? They just looked lost. They looked all over the place. And Carlo Ancelotti may end up getting the sack at the end of the season. Yeah, they've been awful in the Champions League. And to be fair, they've been lucky to get this far. But, yeah. So Arsenal are now in the semi-final. They're playing against PSG. Who else? And in the other semi-final, well, would be Barcelona versus Inter. I think either Barcelona or Inter will go on to win the Champions League. Arsenal, I'm not saying they can't, but in my mind, I don't think they'll be able to do that. If they do, massive achievement. And fair play to Arteta. Yeah, I know. I've been very critical of him because, let's be honest with you, Arsenal in the Premier League this season have been absolutely dog shit. And despite being second. And at the weekend, depending how things go, if Arsenal lose to Ipswich, I don't think they will personally. I think they'll win there. But like I say, I heard that if Arsenal lose and Liverpool win the league on... I fucked up what I was going to say. If Arsenal lose to Ipswich on Sunday and Liverpool win against Leicester in the same day, tomorrow, Liverpool will end up winning the 20th league title. That'd be absolutely ecstatic. We're going to win it anyway. However, I'll be honest with you, I don't think we're going to win it this weekend. I think it'll be either the weekend after or whatever. But like I say, we're close. But I'll be honest with you, I see Arsenal beating Ipswich. And we'll beat Leicester. But like I say, football, anything can happen. Though, I mean, Leicester, as far as I'm concerned, they're all but relegated. Southampton are already relegated themselves with 10 points. If they keep losing all the games, Southampton will set a new record in the Premier League for the lowest amount of points in a Premier League season. Yeah, because I know 2007-08 was Derby County with 11 points. The previous record before that was 15 by Sunderland in 2006. The previous record before that was Sunderland again in 2003 with 19. It's mad to think. But it just shows you the power, the money, what difference the money makes. Yeah, the gap between 17th and 18th place is ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, the money, in some ways, it's just ruining it. So, pretty much, if you're a promoted team, you just go straight back down. You just go straight back down. It's because of the way the money is. However, like I say, we've seen it with plenty of teams where you think they're going to go straight back down. and then they end up surprising a lot of people by staying up. Some I've seen it do it convincingly, and then you used to get back in like the 90s and even the 2000s. You see a team get promoted, and then the first season back in the top flight, they qualify for European football, which is mad. And yeah, in the Premier League era, the Premier League era, like between 1992 and now, the highest position for a newly promoted club ever is third place. Yeah, Newcastle got promoted in 1993 from like the second division, which is now the Championship, but yeah, they got promoted to the Premier League. They finished third in their first season. Nottingham Forest got relegated in 1993, promoted in 94, and then their first season back in the league, they finished third. But again, that's just mad. We've had Ipswich in 2000 get promoted, qualified for the UEFA Cup the following year in 2001, in their first season back in the Premier League. And he could have finished even higher than that. But eventually European football got the better of them. And because the budgets compared to other teams, they couldn't handle it, so they went straight back down again. Yeah, it's just mad. So yeah, we just have to beat Leicester. But Arsenal, they'll beat Ipswich. I know that, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all, because like Liverpool are gonna win the league anyway, so just get it out of the way. And then there's some people are upset because we're gonna equal United's record of 20 league titles. I know I said one day it was gonna happen, equaling United's record, but I said that during like Jurgen Klopp. Wasn't expecting Arne Slot to do it in his first season. I thought we'd finish about 4th or 5th, but just absolutely fantastic. I wish we'd have done better in the other cups. Yeah, like we got knocked out the FA Cup by Plymouth, which is a shock, but you move on. Everyone. Every big team does suffer a shock every now and again, and that was us. So that's that. Yeah, so it's looking like Leeds and Burnley may end up back in the Premier League. I think of the teams that'll get promoted from the Champions League, I think Leeds have a better chance of staying up. Burnley, in my opinion, will just go straight back down. But yeah, there's hardly any bonds. They're either too good for the Championship, yet they're not good enough for the Premier League. It's sometimes just pointless getting promoted. Yeah, and then you get some fans. They get excited when they get promoted, even though some of them probably knew they were going to get promoted anyway. They get gassed up, then they get happy when they get promoted. Then they cry their hearts out when they get relegated the next season. They're happy again the next season. Then they cry when they go down again. So they're up and down like a yo-yo team. So it's pointless just getting promoted, really, because majority of teams that do go back up to the Premier League go straight back down again. I mean, as I say, there are rare instances where a team does actually stay up. But more often than not in recent times, especially with like the parachute payment thing that they're doing with the like certain Championship teams. I don't know. I just don't like the way they go about it, but I don't know. So that's all I really want to talk about regarding the football. So yeah, in fact, there's something I want to show you. Hopefully I don't get done for copyright, but like I say, if I do, I do, but if I don't, then I don't. So there's something I want to show you. Just give me a moment. Yeah, there's something I want to show you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to go into desktop mode. Well, it never even knew what fucking button I was clicking on. So, yeah. So, there's something I want to show you. And I don't know how I found this. This was the original promo for Frasier, released in 1994 when the first series was first aired over here in the UK. I'll show you this.
Well, Doctor, it's like this. I made a clean break with my past life, throwing over the bar stools of Boston for a fresh start here in Seattle. But it seems my search for a new life has offered up a set of its own problems. The living father.
Hey, you're gonna have to run an extension cord over here so I can plug in the vibrating part.
His dog, Eddie. And to cap it all, the home care worker is sidekick.
You're a florist.
Frasier, starting next Wednesday at 10 on 4.
So what did you think of that? And I just wanted to show you because, like I say, it's my favourite American sitcom of all time. But this is the first trailer of Frasier that came here in UK. I don't even know how I stumbled across it or found it, but it is. I've got an itchy nose, I do apologise. But yeah. Some of the stuff that you do find on the internet is crazy. But yeah, obviously I've watched pretty much every single episode like over 20 odd times. It's the same with like, well, Only Fools and Horses. I've probably seen every episode like 100 odd times, possibly more. Same with Top Gear. The earlier series, obviously like Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May. Yeah, but I always come back to my old favourite shows and films because I'll be honest with you, a lot of the stuff that is out today does not appeal to me whatsoever. It's not often something excites me. Yeah, you go, hey. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. But yeah, there's another video I want to show you. Yeah, a very passionate Real Madrid fan called End the Stream Dave. Yeah, what he says in the video is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I know he said that he was calling his fans like delusional for for not calling the club out when they need to, and he said that if it was me, I'd have knocked them out, mate. Yeah, he's a British Real Madrid fan. Boy, he went absolutely ballistic when Real Madrid got knocked out of the Champions League by Arsenal. Yeah, just so funny stuff. Yeah, and just YouTube the channel End the Stream Dave. Yeah, because that's his YouTube name, and he's now on 10k subs. But yeah, a good passionate football fan. But yeah, as I say, I watch a lot of good stuff on YouTube. I watch my usual stuff. I watch the vlogs from Dell, Mainmeister, Scott the Movie Critic, who of course just he did a stream last night, which I was on. I enjoyed it. It's good seeing him back because he hadn't done a stream in like 11 months. And as I say, it was a good evening, good laugh. Yeah, with Andy and Nigel, those two are just absolutely hilarious, brilliant. That's what I like about YouTube. That's the side of YouTube I like. I like to see more people like that. I want to try and see like more like proper authentic YouTubers. So you get not the ones who just want to do it for the money, don't care, they want to grift off everyone. That's not what I'm here for. I just want to have a good time. People who don't have to do like the fancy editing and all that bollocks. I'm not in the mood for that, you know. Just be yourself. Don't try and be like all like corporate and all that bollocks. No time for that. But as I say, I always have time for like the smaller people because, like I say, a lot of these people are like-minded, not all these like wannabe fucking clones. Like like a lot of the women you see here in the UK, not all, but quite a few. Like they have the same eyebrows, they all have the same lips done, like the lip fillers and all that lot. Not not for me. I prefer like a more of a natural look. Oh, but I gotta get me lips done because I give, yeah, get me lips done. I give the best head. Good for you. Good for you. But I mean, like I say, you won't complain for getting it, but you get the idea. I just like to see a bit more authenticity. Yeah, might be a buzzword I keep using. Yeah, other buzzwords that you hear a lot nowadays. You hear the word context, aura. I could list a plethora of them, but there's so many stupid buzzwords and meanings that mean fuck all. They try and make something sound fancy when really it isn't. Imagine trying to sex up, I don't know, spaghetti on toast or something like that. Oh yeah, I sexed it up a bit by adding a bit of Worcestershire sauce or whatever, bit of ground pepper, and all that nonsense. Yeah, come on. I don't know anymore. This vlog hasn't gone. Well, this vlog hasn't got any. How can I put it? Hasn't got any. Doesn't know what route it's going in, but whatever route it's going in, I don't know. It's like driving around Milton Keynes, yeah, with all them roundabouts. Um, and the place Skelmersdale, which is near Wigan. Yeah. So what I can do is I know there's a song by the KLF, yeah, which I heard the other day. I hadn't heard it for a long time. I mean, obviously not the song 3 a.m. Eternal, because that's like the most well-known hit, and obviously Justified and Ancient. Yeah, and there's a song they did called Grim Up North. Oh my goodness. I know it's one of the weirdest songs ever, and there he is, just some fella just like holding like a walkie-talkie or something, and there he is, he's just listing on like random places in the north of England. It's just one of the funniest songs I ever heard, but I like it, as daft as it may be. But saying that, the KLF they were an interesting group to say the least. Yeah, yeah, that fantastic album though, The White Room, released in '91. So yeah, instead of just listing places like Wigan, Warrington, Widnes, Manchester, Sale, Altrincham, Leeds, Burnley, Hebden Bridge, Rochdale, Bolton, some random places like that. Yeah, but yeah, they could have mentioned other places. They did. I mean, they did mention like Blackpool. They did mention Blackburn. They didn't mention Carlisle. Um, Other places I don't like. Some places in Yorkshire, like Batley. Um, I don't know. Oh, they mentioned Lee. Yeah, spelled Leigh. Yeah, it's always like they're just like naming like random places. That was just absolutely fucking hilarious, but I enjoyed it. Imagine if they did. Imagine if they did a self version, like Grim Down South rather than Grim Up North. Imagine that. They probably listing places. Imagine they'll probably just name random places in London, like Paddington, Chelsea, Kensington. Yeah, what other places though? Chiswick, Croydon, Grays, Dartford. Yeah. I wonder how many cars go through the Dartford Tunnel every single day. That's one thing I'd like to know. Yeah. I know everyone knows the porns are Bonnie Blue. I mean, yeah, people have gone inside their tunnel more than the Dartford Tunnel. But yeah. Oh yeah, I'll tell you another place they could mention though in London, Battersea. Yeah, Battersea Dogs Home, and I don't know. But yeah, Wimbledon, Epsom. I could be here all day, but I think I will probably call the vlog an end here because I think I'm just going to lose the plot completely. I already have. So I might as well just end it here before it goes into complete and utter chaos like it already has. So until then, I hope everyone has a good day or good weekend. And I shall see you all very soon. Take care.